All right, it's Friday, February 23rd. I'm buying some Apple 185 puts here at 242. And I kind of wanted to highlight on this stock how some of the context comes into play to take this trade. So first of all, well, let's kind of look at the on the 15-minute chart. Obviously, if we look at the opening price today, you can see it took out yesterday's high right out of the gates and then immediately had the red bar failure and is starting to come down on bar number 2. So that projects to the pre-market lows right here. Below like somewhere around 183.30 or something like that. So that's where we're kind of targeting if this move continues to start the day. If that triggers, if we hit that target, then we kind of get the 3-bar possibility where we take out the high of the previous day, come down through the midpoint of that day, and we could be working towards the lows of that day. And the reason I like the context overall is Apple's been one of the weaker stocks here during this big rally. On the weekly chart, you can see it's kind of come up a little bit like a lot of stocks up, but only to the halfway point of the prior bar. We're still working on this inside bar from 2 weeks ago, coming down, and in compound fashion working towards those lows down here to take out liquidity kind of below the one, somewhere in the upper 170s, below 180. So even though we're green here on the week, after a couple of days up, it hasn't rallied as much as other stocks, and obviously we're starting lower today. So what I'm looking for is that 15-minute opening price, taking out the high of the previous day, but immediately coming down and following through to kind of reach its pre-market low target, which is the halfway point of the prior day, which then can project down to the, outside day to the downside. And in the end, on the weekly chart, until we get, some kind of reversal week and a 2-up week, we are working towards those lows down here after that inside bar and then a break lower. So we will see if today, kind of after a little 2-day rally, you can see even taking out some liquidity right here, and then today taking out those higher highs, if we can then be reversing and going back to the lower lows all the way down here, because the target is still in play to kind of take out some stops in this area until the weekly chart turns back up. So we'll see if we get that follow through this morning, and we will need, if the market, which is kind of overextended, could turn a little lower here on a Friday, then some of the weaker stocks I think will be the hardest hit. So let's see if Apple continues lower this morning and through the rest of the day.